1 minute until showtime.
Yay. That's a little weak. Got to give it one more shot. Yay. That's more like it. That's better. Thank you, everybody.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, from the world's most famous beach, from where beach racing began, it's the Legends of Racing radio show. Live from racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill in Ponce Inlet, Florida. The Legends of Racing radio show. And your host, Buzz McKim.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that. We're here at the North Turn, and it is beautiful today. It's perfect, isn't it, Tony?
It's a little cool for me.
Is it really? No, wait a minute. You're a Northerner. You're one of them
bad,
Yankees. Oh, okay. No, it worked out pretty well. They got the curtains down, and they got the space heaters up, and besides, I got my love to keep me warm. Isn't that right there? I think I'm being ignored. Yeah. So we got a guy today who has a lifelong experience in racing, going back to when he could barely walk. Actually, he came right down to it. But you're always on the inside, though. That was the thing that amazed me. You always had an inside track to wherever you were racing. And this is Mr. Chris Boals, everybody. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and his main claim to fame, I think, is that you were the director of the Busch North Series, right?
Right, for a few years.
Yeah, and had a lot of good people up there.
We had a lot of great people. I'm assuming everybody here remembers Dave Dion, of course.
Oh, boy.
We had Joe Bessie was there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Andy Santerre, and Ricky Craven, of course, and
Yep.
a lot of good guys came through the Busch North Series.
Yep. Yeah, you remember that photo finish with Ricky Craven and
Kurt Busch.
Kurt
Kurt
Busch.
Busch, yes.
Well, Ricky, that was the first car that we got in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Ricky went ahead and loaned us that car.
How about
and
that?
we made a special exhibit of it as the closest finish.
That's great.
And Ricky was great to work with.
Yeah, I actually saw Ricky about 3 weeks ago. I was up in Maine and spent some time with him.
All right.
Yeah. He's bought a racetrack now.
Oh, no kidding?
Wow.
Yes.
I'll be darned.
So I don't know. You never get enough, I guess.
That's right.
I had a little 164th display with Ricky's and Kurt's car
Really?
when Roush was doing
Oh, yeah.
diecast.
Yeah.
And I had Kurt sign it first.
Oh, really?
And he looked at it and he says, every time I see this, I think it was closer.
That's funny. That last lap, though, that was one for the ages.
It was
wasn't
good.
It?
Yes, it was.
Incredible. And good for Ricky, too. He deserved
Yes,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, he's a first-class guy and real easy to work with, too. Now, you started out when you were 5 years old selling newspapers at the racetrack?
Well, I actually, my dad was involved in the promotion of the racetrack, so I was born basically at the racetrack. But
Yeah,
the
there you
first
go.
real job I had was selling programs up in the grandstands for, I don't know, 50 cents or something. I remember I made a quarter for each program I sold.
Wow, that's pretty
so
good.
I could make, pretty good money on a Saturday night.
Sure.
And who's going to turn down a 5-year-old kid? They're all going to buy. Same program every week, but we'll make them buy it again.
So it worked out pretty well.
Worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that's great.
So-
Yeah, and then you did a little bit of everything, though. You were a pit runner and a scorer and an announcer, all at the same track at West Memphis, Arkansas.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
And my when I went from selling the newspapers to pit runner was the biggest promotion of my life.
Really?
Because for the first time I could get into the pit.
Oh, there you go.
And at 5 years old you can't, but all of a sudden I could take the lineups and so forth down to the pit stewards and post them on the board. and then I could stay because nobody would be looking for me. So I would stay in the pit most of the night, and that was like being in heaven at 10 years old.
Wow. So you got it in your blood early then, didn't you?
Got it in my blood early.
Wow, that's something. Who was the big dog back then?
Oh, Hooker Hood was probably the most well known at that
Yeah,
time,
yep.
and then Sammy Swindell came along, and he and the Hoods had a semi-feud going on for
really?
a few years, and then of course those were the primary ones back then. But there were a lot of names came through there, like Hoyt Alexander, Greg Hodnett came through
Oh,
there.
Hodnett, sure.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Came from West Memphis. That's where he was racing, and it was a quarter of a mile dirt track, gumbo mud. It was just about as black as this tablecloth.
Oh boy!
And it changed every lap.
Did it really?
The groove would go from high to low to the middle, back to the low, and it was quite a place.
Man, oh man!
Did the Wallaces ever come down there?
Wallaces never did come down there. They were just never did get down that way. It was really it was more of a sprint car track than it was a late model track, although we ran both of them, but the sprint cars were really the primary draw there.
Yeah.
Remember seeing Steve Kinzer and Doug Wolfgang
Oh boy, no
some
kidding.
of those guys come through, and Bobby Allen came there several times.
Yeah.
So
Big boys.
the big boys,
Yeah.
and this was before the World of Outlaws.
Oh, was it really?
Yes, so you had a bunch of people that at that time, the people that traveled just, you didn't know a year ahead of time where you were going. You get Speed Sport and you say, okay, they got a race in 2 weeks, I'm going. And that's kind of the way it worked at that time.
Was this before the wings?
We ran wings at Riverside, and then at some point we took the wings off for 2 or 3 years. I don't recall why, but for some reason we took the wings off, and then they put them back on. So,
Hey, what did you like better, wings or wingless?
both. But the wings today, it's like driving a vacuum cleaner. It's not going anywhere when it gets on the ground. So the non-wings, I think, requires a little more driving and finesse.
Oh yeah.
Than the wings.
Yep.
They're all good.
Yeah.
I like them all.
We got this little guy, Trey Mills. He's from St. Augustine.
Yes.
And he's getting ready to go World of Outlaw racing.
I saw that.
And he's only 17, I think.
Very young.
Yeah. He started when he was about 13, and he was really good at 13 years old. Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of what we saw out of Sammy Swindell. He started there, I think, when he was 14, and just started off immediately almost, winning races and being up front. And he, like most young drivers at that time, had a little cockiness and a little edginess to him, and so it just made for a great show.
Yeah. How about Danny Smith?
Danny Smith, he was at Riverside a few times. He was young back then.
Yeah.
And he's still going.
Oh, yeah.
Still
Yeah, he sure
going.
is.
In fact, I saw he won a race somewhere last year.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Golly, I saw him back in the 70s when he was about 17 or 18 years old on a dirt track in Indiana. And I said, man, if this guy lives, he's going to be great. He was just crazy.
If I recall, he drove the Kenny Rogers Gambler car
Sure
for
did.
a little while.
Yeah.
I remember that.
How about that?
He's been around a long time.
Yeah. It's amazing sprint car drivers that have a longevity.
You're right.
Years ago, it wasn't like that.
No, and if you look at the safety now compared to the safety back in the 70s, you wonder how anybody made it, because there was just not a lot of stuff there, and the harnesses and seat belts were just however you put them in there was how you put them in there, and that was it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So were you ever a pit steward?
I did that, yes, and then I moved across the track and started doing the scoring and announcing, and just kind of did it all.
How old were you when you started scoring?
About 16, give or take a year.
Was the theory you were too young, they wouldn't fight with you?
I think the way it occurred is that one Saturday, one of the scorers didn't show up. And my dad said, you need to go up and score. And I said, I don't know how to score. And he, well, you got tonight to figure it out. And the thing about scoring it, a lot of people don't realize, you probably get a better understanding of the racing, the whole race from scoring than you do anything else.
Oh, sure.
And if you understand that theory, then you can take that to wherever you want it. But it was a little nerve-wracking.
Oh, boy. You're not kidding. And if there's a controversy, you're right in the middle of it.
And back in those days, you couldn't keep the driver out of the tower or the press box. If he was mad, he came up, and he might bring 50 of his closest friends.
I know what you're talking about. I started scoring when I was 13.
Yeah,
in Ocala and New Smyrna.
Okay.
And it was crazy.
It was, and we never heard of a computer at that
Oh
time.
gosh, no.
And it was what you wrote down, and we didn't even have radios to the officials. You had to write a line up, down, and run it down to the flagman. And
that's exactly right.
It was fun.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I don't think we realized how much fun we were having back then.
Yeah,
it
was such a simple form of racing too.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. But it was just as it was just as hard and just as competitive as it is now. It's like everybody's out there trying to win and whatever they've got to do. And
oh sure.
It was fun.
Yep.
In fact, I think the weekly racers some of the times are stronger competitors than the top series.
Oh, I think you're right.
That's their pride, and they've got to face all their family the next week.
Exactly.
So it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to have been at the Snowball this past week.
Well,
although another controversy.
I was planning to go, and after looking at the weather, I didn't go.
Good move.
But I did watch it Monday, and that was a close call.
Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, old time Majeski is not a happy fella today.
No, the first call was obvious. He jumped the first one, but the second one was, and it was close.
Oh boy. And that's becoming kind of a standard thing there with the Snowball is the
controversy.
Controversy after every race.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think they had any in the teardown this year, which usually they have controversy there, but it transferred over to the track.
Yeah.
So,
but you're right; those guys years ago ran as hard as those guys did at the Snowball.
You're right.
Yeah, and for a lot less money too.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
It amazed me, and I don't know, maybe it's unique to the Northeast fan base. We had Brett here last week.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple out there, happened to be in the area, heard about it, came. They were talking, they've been following him for 20 years.
Wow.
And they had pictures with him. And
isn't that amazing?
it's just, I would somehow guess NASCAR would like to bottle that.
Yeah.
And put it in the water at the big tracks.
Yeah, for sure.
It's local racing. I
Yep.
mean, wow.
Well, the years that I was at Riverside, you knew the same people were going to sit in the same seats.
Oh yeah.
Every week, and you knew who they were going to cheer for.
Yeah.
And they were there for years.
Yep.
They never missed. If they missed, you said, "What's going on? Did somebody die or what?"
Yeah, really. Did you get a pretty good crowd at Riverside?
Yeah, we were one of the tracks back in those days. It actually had bleachers on the front and the back straightaway.
Really? Wow.
So we pretty well filled them up each week. And when I say fill them up, I'm talking 3,500 people or something.
Oh, that's not bad for a Saturday night.
That's a great crowd for a Saturday night.
For sure.
Races all over the world now that would like to have 3,500 for their Saturday night show.
Yeah. Do you go to Volusia very much?
I do. I go out particularly during speed weeks, and then I go to New Smyrna 2 or 3 times a year. But just really to hang out and watch. Most of the people that raced when I was around are gone now.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's not old. The rest of them are all
there you
old.
go. That's right. You drank that fountain of youth
I
water
drank
there.
the fountain of youth. I'm still 29.
Yeah, Bob Stokel, the announcer for Volusia, he comes quite often here and has gotten us hooked up with some pretty good guests.
Oh yeah.
And he makes a real good show out of it.
Yeah.
The announcer can really make or break a show.
It can. And I think people don't realize that much. I've been to racetracks all over the country, and you say, where'd they hire that guy? Did he just come out of the bleachers and didn't tell him anything?
His dad told him
His
to go
dad
up.
said, go up there and get a job. It's probably one of those deals like me scoring. Somebody said the announcer didn't show up. He said, I'll do it.
That was how my dad got into it. He was an announcer, and the announcer didn't show up, and the cop at the gate knew that my dad knew a lot of racing, and he was a good
Right.
BSer. So he said, "God, you can fudge your way through it, you
Right.
know." So, and he announced for 30 years.
And he did.
Yeah, sure did. That's
Great
funny.
start.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny how things like that work, you know.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And then how it, can wind back around and stay with you the rest of your life. Really.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your favorite job at the track at Riverside?
Oh, that's a good question. There probably announcing was my favorite, but
Really?
I think the real job that I liked was when I became the pit runner, because at my age, there was no way I was going to be able to get in with the cars unless I had something like that. So I could go hang out, and as I say, nobody was looking for me.
Yeah.
They didn't know where I was, and I'd stay down there till somebody threw me out.
That's a pretty good deal.
But the scoring actually gave me more knowledge of the racing business than anything else. And you've done it. You understand what's going on.
Yeah. Well, you learn how to watch a race too.
You do.
Uh-huh.
You do, exactly.
And you can anticipate too if you're sharp enough. You can pretty much tell who's going to do what by the time they get here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder in today's world how many people that are scoring, because it's all electronic, really deep down understand what's going on. If the computer glitched,
Yeah.
we might not know who won the race.
Yeah, that's right. That could be very interesting.
It would be.
For sure. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We got Chris Boals here, and I forgot to introduce my old buddy Tony Hines right here. And he's sitting in for Rich today, and we'll be back in just a minute, folks.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. At Beach Boys Embroidery and Tees, it's all about making you happy. Beach Boys Embroidery can customize your athletic golf apparel, caps, hats, badges, buttons, magnets, backpacks, bags, totes, clocks, watches, and of course, T-shirts. Sure, they're at 2033 South Ridgewood Avenue in South Daytona, and they're waiting for you to call now. 386-255-5880. Beach Boys Embroidery and Tees. Let Aloha Marine get you on the water with huge discounts on great brands like Bayliner, Carolina Skiff, Hurricane, Key West, and Regal. Pay as little as $169 a month with 10% down and approved credit. Don't wait. Get to Aloha Marine, 1700 North Nova Road, Holly Hill, Monday through Saturday. 47 years and always better than boat show prices. We're back from where it all began, racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim.
Oh, thank you, everybody. And Tony Hines is here today, too, and we thank everyone out there watching in, and we hope you're enjoying it. We've been having some real first-class guests here the last couple of weeks. I'll tell you, this is wonderful. And this segment's being brought to you locally by Staples on International Speedway Boulevard. Anything for the office, they can hook you up. And if you want to watch us on the internet, you can go to the Legends of Racing Radio Show YouTube page. And then an hour later, you can go to the Legends of Racing Radio Show Facebook page, and you can check us out and any one of our 390 some odd shows that we've done so far. And if you got nothing to do, this will definitely eat your time up. Absolutely. Yes, sir. So you were competition director for the NDRA.
Right.
That was incredible. What an operation that was.
That was a unique time in the sport.
Yes,
because
sir.
There was not really any high-dollar late model races on dirt. Mm-hmm. And Robert Smalley, of course, formed the series, and I started with him at the first race and stayed with him through the last race. So I was actually there the entire 8 years. And
really?
What a man! There are some great things that happened during that time, and
Yeah.
some great stories, and some stories that can't be told even today. But a lot of fun, and what a group of drivers that was there. We had Larry Moore and Buck Simmons and Jack Boggs and Freddie Smith and Rodney Combs, and just go on and on and
Was
on.
Bloomquist in there?
Bloomquist was just starting, kind of as the NDRA was tailing off. So he ran, I think, the last year, but he really hadn't established himself at that time.
Okay.
Jeff Purvis was there, of course, before he made his move over to pavement.
Yep.
And, it was, you had all these places that you go and you would get 70, 80, 90 cars for a 24 car starting field. So it was crazy.
That's amazing. You remember Jimmy Mosteller?
I do remember Jimmy.
What a character he was.
Yeah,
Mr. Havatampa.
Mr. Havatampa. He was met him, I guess, the first time at Dixie probably.
Oh,
and,
really?
Then he was around everywhere. But yeah, I do remember Jimmy.
Yeah. Do you have anybody from that era that really stood out for you?
Oh, there's so many. I would say Jeff Purvis maybe stood out more than anybody. He came in. He was a little younger than most of the rest of the guys, but he had a professionalism and an appearance and so forth that was really a little beyond what we were used to in dirt at that time.
Yep.
And of course he became very successful in dirt and then moved over to asphalt until his injury.
Yeah. How about Freddie Smith?
Freddie Smith was great. He of course that was his prime, was during that time.
Oh,
so
boy.
He ran pretty much all over the country with us, and he was always, what was his nickname, the country gentleman or something
like that.
Southern gentleman.
Southern gentleman, there
right.
you go.
But yeah, it was fun. It was like we used to tell people, it's the three-ring circus coming to your town for the weekend, and that circus didn't just happen at the racetrack. It happened at the hotel and everywhere else that you went that week.
So they were just rowdy dirt track drivers, huh?
We were in, remember Hazard, Kentucky for some reason.
Oh, my gosh.
We were in Hazard, Kentucky for a race, and this track operator comes over to the hotel. Everybody stayed at the same hotel, and he said, "Can everybody get their cars loaded up? We're having a parade." I said, "Okay." And we thought it was a city parade or whatever, and said, "Okay, well, just follow me to downtown, and then we'll get in the parade and we'll go." There wasn't a parade. He made his own parade. We just drove through town and blew horns at everybody, and we looked like I don't know what we looked like, but
he was a promoter.
He was a promoter. He
Yes,
wanted to
sir.
make sure everybody knew it.
Oh, man, that's funny. Now, you traveled all across the country with NDRA, too, didn't you?
We did. We went as far west as Kansas, Iowa, out in that direction.
Oh, really?
Some up in the Northeast, and of course all over the Southeast, Midwest, and it was it was a fun time, and saw a lot of the country.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So-
I'll bet. Did you ever do the Northeast?
Did the Northeast, a few races. We raced at, I believe it was Rolling Wheels Raceway.
Oh, West Virginia?
In
No. New York.
Up in New York.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
right.
always the same week as the Super Dirt at Syracuse.
Oh, okay.
So we ran up there, ran some up in Pennsylvania, but yeah, pretty much everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a
You had
was a
some
deal.
pretty good tracks in West Virginia, too, didn't you?
There were. We ran Parkersburg. We never ran Pennsboro.
Oh, never
but
did,
Of
huh?
course, Pennsboro was there.
Yeah.
And then we ran Beckley a few times, and a lot of places up in there. A lot of great drivers came from that area.
Oh, boy, you're not kidding.
So
Yeah, that was really a golden era, wasn't it?
it was, because at that time, late model dirt racing paid $500 or $600 to win at your local track, and nobody traveled.
Yeah.
Nobody. Eldora had started their World 100, so at the end of the year, every year, people would go there. But basically, we had a every week or every other week deal, and at that point, we paid $10,000 a win, which was
Wow.
crazy unheard of
Oh, yeah.
at that time. And we also ran, and I don't know if you remember, but we ran a race in the Pontiac Silverdome
Did you really?
in the early 80s.
Holy
Yeah,
cow.
and it was a promotion that it was an NDRA race, but they were able to get. I know David Pearson ran. I know Johnny Parsons ran.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh!
they had some real names that they put in cars, and it. You'll see pictures occasionally from that, and it was quite an experience.
Wow, I guess so. Man, I would have paid to see that.
It was great. I remember leaving the hotel that morning. There was probably a foot of snow on the ground. We go up to the Silverdome, and you go inside, and it's 70 degrees, and we're racing. Bunch of idiots running on dirt in the Silverdome. How'd you get here?
Whatever became of the NDRA?
It went out of business in '87. Robert Smalley, who ran the operation the entire time, was he was a P.T. Barnum compared with a I can't think of a great con artist at the time, but
not Bruton Smith,
maybe. But he had a combination of the two, and it just
a little Humpy Wheeler mixed in.
Yeah, and he just. I think, in all honesty, his concept was good, but he was a little bit ahead of where racing was. And so there became some distrust between the drivers and him. Yeah, at the end of '87, he closed up, and that was it.
Well, he sure made a mark while he was there, though.
He made a mark while he was there. He sure did.
Well, that's amazing. Yeah, and there's really nothing that's ever taken his place, is there?
No, not really. You know, the World of Outlaws and the Lucas Oil are both great dirt series, and they're doing some of what he was doing, but I don't think, and then obviously they've got TV streaming and all the other things going on, but I think to be basically still a dirt track backwoods sport at the time, he took it a long way for the 8 years he was there.
Can you imagine having those races on TV?
Oh yeah,
boy, oh boy.
Yeah, that would have been something.
Yeah,
and the qualifying was as good or better than the races, because you might have to start in a heat race 12th and get to third in 10 laps to make the race. And
I'll be darned.
You did whatever you had to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I still really wish NASCAR would go to that for qualifying. Heat races.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great, huh? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well,
you figure out a way to throw money at it.
I don't know. Maybe you should have worked that into the settlement agreement.
I didn't get any phone calls.
Nobody called me either. I don't know.
Oh, what a circus, huh?
Oh,
gee whiz. It's just crazy.
That's another thing that is going to go down in NASCAR history.
Oh, yes.
Like the owners trying to unionize, the tire concerns at Talladega. There's things through the history.
Oh, yeah, that's a big chapter.
Yeah.
Big chapter.
Yeah, and this one, in my opinion, will be the biggest one of all of those that have happened, but I don't think anybody knows the unintended consequences yet.
Right.
That's something I don't know how you think that far ahead.
Yeah, and there's an awful lot of information that they will not release, too.
Exactly.
So it's going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out. It'll probably take through 26 to get it all straightened out.
At least. At least.
I'm just glad they did. Really,
it was time.
If this had gone into 26 or appeals, not a good look.
No, that's for sure. But how were the politics in the NDRA? I guess Smalley ran a pretty tight ship, didn't he?
There weren't many. In all reality, there were not a lot of high-dollar sponsors on the cars. The series was sponsored by Stroh's Beer.
Oh, yeah.
So they brought some money there, but there weren't competing sponsors.
Oh, okay.
And most of the cars at that time were sponsored either by local company or their owner who had a business or something like that. So you didn't really have a lot of that going on.
Right.
The rules were, there weren't many motor rules, so you could pretty well do what you want to. So we went through the whole deal of the wedge body coming down to the smaller body, and that was a big deal for a while. And that was set off by if you remember the death of Jim Dunn in Paducah, Kentucky.
Yep.
And so that caused some controversy for a while, but it worked itself out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But racing is always going to be a dangerous sport, that's for sure.
It does.
Yep.
It does, and that was really unfortunate.
Before we leave racing in Arkansas, Mark Martins
From Arkansas.
Martin from Arkansas. Right.
Did you?
He never raced where I was at that time, and he was over on the other side of Arkansas, and it was really Arkansas doesn't look very big, but it was like a wall down the middle of it or something. Nobody over here went any further than Little Rock or vice versa.
I'll be darned. Isn't that something? We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Chris Boals, everyone. Hey.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Racing's original North Turn is our broadcast headquarters. If you're looking for a good drink, great entertainment, and the best in food, they're right on the beach at Racing's original North Turn. Come on down to dinner tonight. Here are a couple of testimonials. These are actual testimonials from people who have enjoyed the North Turn. Been there many times, always great food and drinks, great location on the beach. And another, what a great experience. It's my new favorite restaurant in the Daytona Beach area, Racing's Original North Turn on South Atlantic Avenue. That's A1A in Ponce Inlet, about 3.2 miles south of the Dunlawton Bridge and A1A intersection. It's Racing's Original North Turn, a restaurant, museum, bar, gift shop, live music. That's Racing's North Turn. Racing's Original North Turn has been voted by you Best Beach Bar Top 10 year after year after year. We're back from where it all began. Racing's Original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim.
Thank you very much. And also Mr. Haynes over there diligently making notes. Can't wait to see what he comes up with next. This segment's being brought to you locally by Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, voted one of the top 5 markets in the country by USA Weekend. Visit our Shop Now network and our Shop Now at Daytona Flea and Farmers Market Facebook page for the latest in vendor tours. And we've got Rich Combs out there instead of up here today. We switched positions. Rich, how are you?
Hey, this is great. Let me just once again say, how do you get all these good guests in here? Every week.
It's our charm. Isn't that right, Tony? Yeah, our charm.
Well, the $100,000 payment appearance fee was pretty good.
That's true. Yeah.
You got shorted.
I got short. Yeah, I got a glass of tea. Does that count?
Hey, listen. The audience here today is a big modified audience. I mean, I know these guys, they talk about modified all the time, so you're perfect on the spot. I want to switch you over. You've been talking about what has happened in the past and who the drivers were, but you've got a unique viewpoint because you've seen it all and you're still involved. What's happening to dirt track racing and what's happening to modified racing? Put them together. Where's the dirt track modified going in the future?
And when you say the dirt track modified, are you talking about the Northeast type modified? You're not talking about the UMP type modified?
I'm talking about all.
All. Oh, man. What a question.
That's good.
Well, let's start with dirt track, with the late models. You basically got Lucas Oil, which was yesterday officially bought by Flow Racing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was announced yesterday. And you've got World of Outlaws, which is owned by WRG, which is Dirt Vision. So you've got 2 streaming services that are competing with each other. It's obviously brought a lot more eyeballs, a lot more people, et cetera, et cetera. How it's going to end up with the 2 of them, this is going to increase the level of competition between the 2. Over on the sprint car side, you've got the same thing. You've got the World of Outlaws versus a High Limit. High Limit's involved with Flow. World of Outlaws involved in Dirt Vision. So again, you've got the 2 streaming services. The asphalt modifieds, and I'll talk primarily about the NASCAR modifieds at this point. They continue to be a regional series in the Northeast primarily, with some races in the South, but the majority are in the Northeast. I think that series in NASCAR's tried to do various things with that over the years. I was involved 25 years ago or something, but it's really a series that does so much better when it stays in its area.
Yep.
Because the fans there are absolutely fanatical about them, and that's the only race car in the world to some of those people. And you could bring, they run at Thompson and Stafford and places like that. You could bring IndyCar and NASCAR Cup to Thompson, and I think the modified fans would leave as soon as the modified race is over. They wouldn't stay. So they've got that built-in, unique, fanatical fan base. And I think they'll always keep it. And, at one point in time, the Busch North and the modifieds ran in a lot of the same areas, so you had them competing somewhat with each other. And, again, the fan base just wouldn't go over. And I don't think they will now. I think, and you see it in New Smyrna during Speed Weeks when the modifieds come. You bring a bunch of people. I think most of those people live in Florida during the winter, but they just bring a lot of people with them.
Okay, that brings
did
up.
I cover everything, or did I leave anything out?
Yeah. One more question.
One
that
more.
brings a question.
Okay.
I'm a dirt track owner.
Okay.
What do I have to do to get fans in? Fireworks, jumping trailers, wrecking boats, chain racing. What is it?
You know, that's the unique thing now, is that so many, let's say, weekly tracks, and I think it's as much for dirt as it is for asphalt. The gimmick stuff works better than the normal Saturday night, Friday night deal. I don't know why that is. I think part of it is that, I told you that I was born at a racetrack and I stayed with it all my life. I don't know how many kids do that now. My kids, I couldn't tie them up and drag them to a racetrack. And, they have so many other things to compete against the racetrack. And you've got, internet and social media and TikTok, so the attention span is about that long. And I think they get and I don't know what it's called, but the deal they do in Ocala or in Orlando every year, is it Destruction Night or Tour?
Crash-A-Rama.
Yeah, that does better than any race they have. So it's the gimmick things that work now. And
Thank you.
I don't think people like, and I'm looking at the age of everybody here, so I'm generalizing, but a lot of us were like motorheads, and now I can't even change the oil in my car. It's in my opinion.
Thank you for your insight.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Rich.
I had a question for you. You went from local racing.
Mm-hmm.
What, other than the name NASCAR, what does NASCAR do for these local tracks or local series? What do they get out of it?
Well, that's a little difficult for me to answer because I've been out of the NASCAR side for 20 years now. But at that time, we brought weekly tracks, some national sponsors, some recognition. Winston was involved at that time, and Winston, toward the end, they couldn't spend their money. They had more money, and they were so limited in advertising. So we were able to give those things to the tracks. I think now primarily it's more of a marketing agreement where they can use the name NASCAR in their advertisement and their promotion and so forth. Hopefully gets a little more visibility to the tracks. But back in the day, we brought them a lot of sponsorships. Their drivers were able to then run for a national point fund and so forth.
Okay.
But I honestly can't answer the question of what they're doing today with the weekly series.
Yeah, interesting. They got to be doing something.
They're doing something. That's right.
I know Jim Hunter, my former boss. He was a big promoter of the
Yes, he was.
Saturday night short track. He loved those things.
He was.
Yeah, and
he also was a big supporter of NASCAR modifieds. He loved the modifieds.
Yep, he sure did.
So,
in a way, it's kind of strange that he wanted promote the short tracks, but yet they put an awful lot of cup races on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I guess they figure folks are going to record them and watch them the next day, but a lot of them don't. They stay home and watch them live. So you had kind of a two-way street there, more or less.
Yeah, and when I was there, we had that discussion many times about, the cup races going to Saturday hurts the Saturday short tracks. Well, it helps the Saturday short tracks in that you get more people watching, and I could argue either side of that story depending on which one I wanted to do at that time.
Okay, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Chris Boals, everyone.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Daytona Flea and Farmers Market is still the one for great savings and the best variety. Whether you need flowers and trees for your home or you're looking for great prices on Daytona Beach souvenirs, the market is the place to go. The market features 1,000 booths, 2 air-conditioned malls, a restaurant, and 9 snack shacks. Hops Grill features gourmet burgers and garden blend salads. Treat yourself to a great variety of brat and hot dog creations at the Doghouse, or enjoy a refreshing drink at the Seltzer Oasis. The market is open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and is 90% undercover, so you can shop rain or shine. There's never a charge for parking or admission. Enjoy our monthly classic car cruise-in on the first Saturday of every month, and garage sale weekend, the third weekend of every month. See all we have to offer at DaytonaFleaMarket.com or like us on Facebook. Discover Daytona's most unique shopping experience, the Daytona Flea and Farmers Market, just a mile west of the Speedway. We're back from where it all began, racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim.
Thank you very much, everyone, and we are here with our dear friend Mr. Hines, and we've got Chris Boals here, and this segment is being brought to you locally by Homewood Suites by Hilton over on Bill France Boulevard, right around the corner from the Speedway. They have free breakfast and free happy hour, and every room's a suite, and it's a real nice place. So if you have anybody coming to town, you want to hook them up in a first-class manner, that's the way to go, the Homewood Suites by Hilton. And Mr. Cushion, Mr. Northeast asphalt guy, what do you got for this middle southwest dirt track guy?
Hi, Chris. Good to see you here.
Good to see you, too.
You said you sold programs. Was that at Riverside Park?
It was not Riverside Park in the Northeast. It was Riverside Speedway in West Memphis, Arkansas. I'm familiar with Riverside Park.
They had programs up there, too. But
yes.
I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you I started at Riverside Park.
Ah.
Painting cars for a guy named Jerry Humiston that's since passed away.
Okay.
But a legend up there, along with guys like Buddy Krebs and Dick Dixon.
Right.
All passed away. But then we moved on to Stafford, and I'm a proud sponsor of a late model for the winningest late model driver at Stafford, a guy named Tommy Fern.
Okay. All right.
And, Stafford was a dirt track a long time ago, and then it smartened up and went to asphalt. And, if you look at the NASCAR Tour Modified winners and champions, I think in the top 10, they're all home track guys from Stafford.
Right.
And I remember them running Busch North cars.
Mm-hmm.
You missed Dale Quarterly. That was a match.
I did miss Dale Quarterly. You're right.
And they ran at Riverside Park and put on a real good show on a small track.
Yes.
And it showed that you can pass cars there and stuff. But,
right.
I'm interested in your take about where modified racing is now. in the Northeast, and Burt Myers came up and ran at Stafford this year.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't do well, but
Mm-hmm.
the Northern guys, back in the days with Eddie Flemke and Randy Charland, they all went south, those Eastern Bandits, and cleaned up.
Right.
And I don't have to
Right.
tell you about Jeff Bodine, how many races he won and stuff, and then went on to cup
Right.
racing.
Right.
But I'm just wondering how you feel about the money and the situation to get into modified racing nowadays, whether it's northern modifieds or southern modifieds. It's such a money sport. What are you finding?
It is. It's a money sport, and on asphalt, the tires are always a huge cost to go with everything else that goes with the cars. Again, I think they have their unique home in the Northeast, and Thompson, Waterford, Stafford, those tracks are the basis of the modified series. I think there are some great drivers that have come out of there. You go back through history, Ryan Priest being the one that now is up and doing so well, but over the years you've certainly had many more than that. And again, I'm not in the day-to-day, but I know Stafford stopped running the NASCAR modified for a couple of years, but they're back on for next year. So I think that will put a little bit of a push into it. You mentioned Riverside Park. It's a shame that racetrack is not there, because that was a tremendous place to race or wreck, whichever way you went. And I saw Reggie Ruggiero win a lot of races there. So I think the modifieds are going to always be there. They're NASCAR's first division, and I think they will always stay a major part of that type of racing. And of course, there is now the Smart Series in the South that runs too. I think as a whole, the Northeast modifieds are probably half a step above the South, generalization. But when they mix together, the North seems to. We could go back and have a North versus. Well, they do. They still have the North versus South shootout at the end of the year.
Right, and I'll leave you with the thought that you can go racing and you can do very well. And we always tell people, you know how you can make a small fortune in racing?
Start with a big fortune.
Start with a big one. So it's all about the money. Hey, thanks
Exactly.
for being here. And
Thank you.
You guys have him back again so we can talk about modified.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah. There'll be a part 2 to this.
You
deal
finally
there.
came to my park. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bill.
you.
Appreciate
You
that.
did mention tires, and you worked for Hoosier
For
a
1
while.
year. Yeah, for a year.
We always hear about short tracks and tires, and
Yeah.
things happen.
Yep.
Yep.
Was there a question there? I'm not touching it.
Okay. Hey, did you know Bobby Summers?
I did know Bobby.
Yeah,
Yes.
what a great guy.
Well, he was. He was. Yeah.
He was best man at Richie Evans' wedding.
Is that right? I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think I knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to tell us about that. When he was coming down here half a year, he'd always join us for lunch on a Friday afternoon.
Okay.
And, he told some great stories.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. How could I possibly mention modifieds without mentioning Richie Evans? I mean, he's got to be the greatest
Yeah.
ever.
His number is the only one NASCAR has ever retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, that number one, the 61 modified. Yeah, that says a lot. And Lynn, his wife, sweetheart,
Mhm.
still has all his trophies.
How about that?
Oh, she's great. And
Yeah.
she and Billy,
Yeah.
they've been together a long time.
Well, while I was at NASCAR, I worked with Jerry Cook for a long time.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
I got to hear the opposite side of the Richie stories
Yeah.
from Jerry.
That's
But
right.
They were quite entertaining. Some of them.
Man, you talk about a battle between those two.
Yes.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Jerry, I don't know where the NASCAR Hall of Fame would be. When we were putting it together, he was such an incredible help. Getting stuff for us, finding things, reaching out to sponsors to bring in items for us, and he was really a tremendous help.
Mhm.
Jerry was just a prince,
Yeah. Yeah.
first class.
So
He knew his stuff.
he did.
Yeah,
he
but
did.
he was a points racer.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
it worked out good for him.
It did.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
That is correct.
Yeah. Do you have any? So do you have a Richie story you can tell?
I don't really. He just and his death was kind of right about the same time I was switching over to that area, so I didn't know Richie well. I knew his background, I knew his history, and all of that, but I didn't know him very well.
But he was sponsored by the Rusty Nail. It was a bar.
Okay.
And every Christmas morning, he'd go down to the shop and crank up the race car. It didn't matter if there was 5 feet of snow on the ground. He'd drive the race car down the Rusty Nail, and he'd sit there and drink all day.
Those were, we had we had more fun back then than we knew we were having.
Oh, there you go.
In today's world, how would you ever do that?
Yeah, for sure.
But then I've sat at the, I guess it was the Hilton back then, but the Shores Resort on the night before Daytona 500.
Oh boy!
At times it would never work in today's world.
Yeah. A lot of politically incorrect items going on.
A lot of politically incorrect items.
That's for sure. Hey, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with Chris Boals, everyone.
The caution flag is out. Time for a break. We'll be right back with the Legends of Racing radio show. Welcome to Homewood Suites by Hilton in Daytona Beach. You're right in the middle of all the action. Daytona International Speedway, the airport, One Daytona, Florida's newest entertainment and retail destination, and of course, the world's most famous beach. You'll love our newly remodeled 1 and 2 bedroom suites, along with our popular King Studios. You won't need your full kitchen, as Homewood Suites Daytona serves up complimentary breakfast and evening social. It's like home away from home. Go to HomewoodDaytona.com for Homewood Suites by Hilton in Daytona Beach. We're back from where it all began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. The Legends of Racing radio show continues with your host, Buzz McKim.
Thank you, everyone. And we've got Tony Hines here, and we've got Chris Boals, too. We're having a grand old time, and we haven't even gotten hardly into your NASCAR career. We might have to have you back if you'll come back. You think we'd like to have him back here, guys? Fantastic. Absolutely. Yes, if you want to check us out live, you can go to the Legends of Racing Radio Show YouTube page and take a look at the show. And then if you want to watch us an hour behind times or ahead of times or an hour after the show, you can go to the Legends of Racing Radio Show Facebook page and check out any one of our 390 some odd shows. So we've had some pretty interesting people on the show. We had Steve Phelps on the show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was looking at your little guest book earlier, and some of the names in there were just amazing.
Pretty amazing. I think one of my favorites was Paul Goldsmith.
Okay.
Yeah. Won the last race on the beach.
Yeah.
Won motorcycle races on the beach. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And we've had some pretty interesting people. Ari Lyondike, the Indy 500 winner.
Nice.
Yeah, and you never know who we're going to show up with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you got to tune in every week. You just never can tell.
Or be here.
Yeah, or be here better. That's even better. Exactly. Come out and get some good food for sure. Exactly. So, do you miss anything about racing?
I miss being at the racetrack, and I miss the people in the sport.
Oh, yeah.
The group of people are unlike any people I've ever been around in my life. I think that's good mostly. But, right. I've got friendships that go back 50 years in racing, and people that, you might not see for 10 years, and then all of a sudden you see them, and it's like you never stop seeing them.
Yeah,
they're
for
still
sure.
friends, and it's just a unique community. The politics and being in the office and all of that kind of stuff I could leave behind.
Yes, indeed.
But being to the racetrack is unlike anything.
Yeah.
It's just
it's neat when you're on the inside. You're on a first name basis with these people, and it's a family, isn't it?
It is, and you see that time and time again. If somebody gets hurt or somebody in the family has a sickness or something, the racing community is always there to help. It happens every time.
Of all the things that you've done in the sport, even going back to the days of selling the newspapers, is there an era or a position that you feel is the best that you ever experienced?
Oh, that's a tough one. I go back to the NDRA days, and I think we were traveling all across the country, and this was before racers traveled. They just you ran at one track or two tracks, and so we were going across the country. We were learning something at every place we went. We were seeing different parts of the country, and every place we went, I always tried to do something different that was in that town or that city, and I saw a lot of things that you never would even known existed. I've told this story before, I went to the World's Teapot Museum.
You're kidding. Wow.
I don't know. I just was in the town, and it was there, and so there's these thousands of teapots sitting around, and I would have never done anything like that had I not been doing this.
Wow, what
They
an
were
opportunity.
proud of it.
And proud of it. The other thing is we were about as far from politically correct at that point as you could be. And, you roll into a town with 50 dirt track cars, and the towns are going like, what in the world is going on here? What is the deal? And so it was it was a lot of fun, and I was younger then, so I got to see a lot of places I would have never seen.
Yeah.
I had never seen the Teapot Museum.
Yeah. We've been to Pocahontas, Arkansas.
Pocahontas,
Yeah,
okay.
been there, when we did the Great Race.
Yeah.
They treated us very well there.
Yeah.
Very nice people.
So, but and all sections of the country are different. And you see what the local stuff is, and plus you're at a racetrack, and And back then, again in those days, we didn't have to be at the racetrack at 6 in the morning and stay till midnight. We opened up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, that's better.
It
That's
was
more like it.
So you had a little bit of a life anyway outside of the racetrack.
Now, what was your wife doing when all this was going on?
Well, she was staying at home, which is the reason I don't have the same wife anymore.
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
As you know, it takes your life. I mean, you say that any way you want to, but when you get hooked on it, it's not something that you go home at 4 o'clock and forget about till the next morning.
Well, that's true. I know when I was with NASCAR, they want 24 hours of your time.
24/7.
Yeah, you're on duty whenever they need you.
Yeah, and I'm almost as bad now with flow racing and dirt vision.
Oh,
and
really?
all of those things you can watch a race every night of the year almost.
Yeah,
or
really.
2 or 3.
In your time racing, did you ever get into a car?
Okay, I'm going to give you a trivia question here.
All right.
I have probably the highest win rate percentage of any driver that you'll ever meet, because I raced in one race and I won.
No kidding.
And
Dang.
so I'm 100%.
That's awesome.
Find me anybody else that's got that record.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone. Yeah, I know Hearn came close. So that's amazing.
So, yeah, I drove in one race. I won. I quit.
Oh, darn.
Modified?
Sure. It was the fastest car. We were running 300 miles an hour on a quarter. The truth is, it was an officials race.
Oh, okay.
And and we used the cars of the junk division, whatever it was. And so the officials raced in a 10-lap race, and I won the race.
I'll be darned. That's great. Do you get a trophy?
But you didn't have to ask for details. You could have just taken it as
Well, you didn't have to offer the details. Did you?
well, exactly. So if there was ever a Hall of Fame at Crossville, Tennessee, I should be in it.
All right. We'll check with the officials out
Okay.
there. Very good. Oh, that's funny.
But we got another minute?
Yeah,
I
sure.
built a car. My friend and I in high school, we were seniors, and we found a car that was upside down, and the guy said, if you'll take it, you can have it. So we took it, and we took it home, and we built it and put roll bars in it and all this. Now, this is we probably had $100 in the car. It was not a lot of money. We had it ready to race, and somebody came by and said, I want to buy the car. And we said, $300. Well, we're going to make $200. And he said, done. So we said, well, there's one problem. We did not replace the last part of the fuel line. It's only got a rubber hose on it, and you need to replace the fuel line before you get to the racetrack. We only put the hose on it to crank it.
Yeah.
He went to the racetrack and he didn't replace the hose, and it
Oh, no.
burned up in practice. And
Jeez.
so that was my car building experience. But I made $300 and only spent $100. So
That's a heck of a deal, buddy.
they should have had me negotiate this deal.
Yeah, really. Definitely. Well, we cannot thank you enough for being here today, Chris. Wasn't he fantastic, everybody? Yeah, we've got to have you back to get some more of the NASCAR
Yeah, we got to get
parts
into
of your
that
story.
now.
Definitely. I had no idea that this was going to take off like it did. It was wonderful. You know, and there's a couple folks we have to thank for putting on the show. We've got Danny on the board, and we've got Mike with the applause sign. He's doing good there. And I thank Bill and Rich and for their questions. And it's so good to see Olin back again. And he's over there chattering.
Attaboy, Olin.
Yeah, so next week we might have a surprise for you. I'm not sure. I'm working on a couple things. So go ahead and tune in, or better yet, come on in, and we'll see you next week.
The Legends of Racing radio show originates live from the very spot where beach racing began. Racing's original North Turn Beach Bar and Grill. Join us next time for the Legends of Racing radio show.